Hello everyone, this is the Gadget Man with Discovering in Color. Welcome to today's video, and today I want to talk about my new suite of electronics that I take with me on the trail. I've pared down quite a bit, and now I'm only taking basically 4 devices. The first one is the one I'm recording on right now, which is my cell phone. I like taking that because it just gives you a chance to listen to music or to take pictures, and you can also use the navigate on, although I have gone from using the cell phone to navigate on to some different devices, and I'll go through those. Now, first off, a lot of folks will say you don't need electronics on the trail, they're just a distraction, that type of thing. And I couldn't agree more. They are a distraction from being able to look at all this wonderful, beautiful scenery that you're going to be doing. However, there is a plus to having them. The first and major plus is I don't get lost anymore. Having those electronics, so long as I got power, which is a big thing, we'll talk about that, you don't get lost. The other thing is paper maps. A lot of folks want to use paper maps, and I agree. I don't go anywhere without bringing a paper map, okay? These are going to go with me. These have the advantage of 1, not needing power. 2, I can open it up and I can get the big picture so I can see what's coming up 5 miles away, 10 miles away, all those type of things, which I cannot do on these smaller electronic devices here with any fidelity. These just tell me all the stuff that's going on. They flip through them. I can sit in the tent at night and look at them, sit on the trail and look at them. It's just nice and convenient, and they don't need power. But let's go over the devices that I am using now. So I told you I used to use my cell phone as my primary video. Now I've gone and switched to 2 different things for my primary. I use this new Garmin GPS Map 67i. What it did was, I use this Garmin inReach for many, many years, and it's a great device. It messages, it gives you your position. I love this little thing right here. It's nice and light, it's nice and small, works great. But I can't really navigate off of it, so what I had to do was use this in conjunction with my phone, so it was kind of a double type thing there. So what I've done is I switched to this Garmin 66i, which as you can see, 67i, excuse me, which is bigger than the inReach Mini, as you can see right here, quite a difference in size. However, I can do everything the inReach Mini did, communicate, but I can also use it for maps, and that is pretty handy. And not just maps, but there's some other little utilities on here which are really nice, you know, for measuring distance and that type of stuff. And because the keyboard is a whole lot easier to use than the little buttons right here on the side of this Garmin inReach Mini, because all you really have are your up and down buttons, the OK button, and the go back button, and of course the power button on the top, and the SOS button on the side. This has the same thing, but the keypad is a whole lot easier to use than using the Garmin inReach Mini, and I can navigate off of it and all that. So yes, there's a little weight penalty for taking it, but it's pretty good. The other thing I really like about this is the battery life. My last trip here to New Mexico that I hiked, it was 4 days and 3 nights. I used this all 4 days. I turned it off at night, but I used it all 4 days to navigate and do whatever I had to do with it. And I never, ever had to charge this battery one time. It went the entire trip on one charge. And I think when I got done, I was at about 75%. So incredible battery life on this. I like it. So it minimizes the amount of battery that I have to bring with me. The inReach Mini worked pretty good too. I go on long trips, don't have to charge that either. So that's a plus. The other thing I've done is I've switched to a new watch. This is the Garmin Fenix 7X right here. This thing is great because not only does it track your miles, but 1, it's on your wrist. It's got a map, a moving map. The Garmin Fenix 7, as opposed to the 6 that I have, the map on it, you can change the scale. On the 6, you had 1 scale. That's what you had. On the 7, you can change the scale to make it bigger. You can make it smaller. You can load your topo maps on it. You can judge your distance. You can use a timer, stopwatch, all those great things on there. You can set an alarm for waking up in the morning, although I never have a problem waking up in the morning. It just does everything. This is also the solar version right here. So it'll pretty much go. In fact, on that same trip that I was on, I never had to charge this thing at all. I used it for GPS all day long, and that was 4 days, 3 nights. Didn't turn it off at night, of course. And I was down to about a 50% charge by the end of that time. So incredible battery life, works great. It also works in conjunction with the Garmin 67i in that if I get a message on the inReach feature on here, it shows up on my phone. And you can also send messages using the Garmin Fenix 7X, even though I tried doing it and it's okay for the quick messages, but that's kind of been a pinch. Other than that, I would use either the phone, because the phone uses the Garmin Messenger, and it also works with the inReach to type messages and to send them off. So on that trip there, 4 days, 3 nights, never had to charge anything. I was very conservative with the phone, used it for pictures, didn't use it for any games or any of that kind of stuff. And I took with me this Nitecore. This is the NB10000, so it's a 10,000 milliamp, which is effectively 6,600 milliamps if you do the math. But this one right here, I never really had to use this on the trail at all. And the other thing I meant to bring with me, I didn't bring it out here, is I have a little small mini AM/FM radio. This thing is great, got it off of Amazon. I will put a link to it in the description below. I use that thing there for the entire weekend, and I listened to it for hours, and I never had to charge it once. So effectively, I went 4 days and 3 nights and never really had to use this battery at all. So this helps out a lot. So if you're looking for devices that are really going to help you save your battery life and are going to be effective, then this is the suite of electronics that I use. The little battery that I didn't have to use, my Fenix 7X, and the Garmin 67i, along with my cell phone. So that's it. The Gadget Man with Discovering Color. Oh yeah, don't forget to bring your map. Okay, don't not rely on a map. So that's it. The Gadget Man with Discovering in Color. Thanks a lot, and I'm gonna see you on the trail. Take care.